Blackburn and Evans say success does not come overnight, but that shouldn't stop anyone from taking the first step. Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Adam Mayer. With text limit, you eliminate the ability to receive a text once your car reaches a certain speed. Now, what we saw on Wednesday at the Corvette Museum was a catastrophic example of what a sinkhole can do to a business. But out here in someone's backyard, the emotional stress is still the same. A Fairness on Fountain Square sticker posted in a business's window, that means that they are a supporter of Bowling Green Fairness Coalition. According to the most recent data by the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration, over 3,000 people were killed and more than 400,000 people were injured nationwide in a distraction-related crash. WKU student Shelby Mack is just one of many victims of distracted driving.
I was going this way and she just kind of zoomed in and hit me, and she was texting while she was driving.
The website distraction.gov says distracted driving is any activity that could divert a person's attention away from the primary task of driving. These activities include texting, eating and drinking, and changing the radio station. The Kentucky Office of Highway Safety is promoting the app Text Limit, which was created to remove the temptation. With Text Limit, you eliminate the ability to receive a text once your car reaches a certain speed. I put the app to the test and set my speed range between 20 and 70 miles per hour. I sent a text to one of my friends before I got in my car, but I didn't receive her response until I got back to my apartment. Though the app is free for the month of April, Max says she doesn't think people will take full advantage of this opportunity.
I don't think it will, because it's something you have to voluntarily do, and as someone who would text and drive probably isn't someone who's going to download this app.
Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Adam Mayer. With over $1 million worth of Corvettes lying at the bottom of a sinkhole, people across the nation were shocked to see the footage on every major news channel. However, University Distinguished Professor of Hydrogeology, Chris Groves, says this incident is a common occurrence in this area.
Are places where the ground will suddenly and catastrophically collapse in, where generally kind of within one of these larger sinkholes, but that can happen pretty much anywhere in South Central Kentucky.
Groves says that the main cause for sinkholes in the area is due to the karst landscape.
It features like sinkholes, like caves, big underground rivers, that characterize this area.
Now, what we saw on Wednesday at the Corvette Museum was a catastrophic example of what a sinkhole can do to a business. But out here in someone's backyard, the emotional stress is still the same. Brian Strow, an economics professor at WKU, says that he and his family have dealt with a series of sinkholes in their backyard for the past 2 years.
Soon after the construction process started, we noticed that there were sinkholes near the edge of our property, and so a series have opened up, and the county engineers have done a good job of going out and filling it with rock.
Strauss says that right now there is no financial stress regarding the sinkholes, but the emotional stress is still something that is difficult to avoid.
My wife and I have 4 kids. We do think about it, and we do, if there is an active open sinkhole, then we think we do have to restrict where the kids can play.
Strauss says that they are relying on county engineers to ensure the safety of their property. Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Adam Mayer. Bowling Green is one of many cities in the Bluegrass State that has not passed a fairness ordinance. According to the website fairness.org, it is still legal in most of Kentucky to fire someone from a job, deny them a place to live, or kick them out of a park or restaurant if an individual is thought to be lesbian, gay, bisexual, or transgender. Kyle Nave, a former police sergeant in Audubon Park, Kentucky, says that he was fired from his job in August of 2012 after he complained about derogatory statements made by a supervisor about his sexual orientation. Earlier this month, Nave spoke in front of the Kentucky Legislative Committee about House Bill 171, a statewide fairness measure that would outlaw discrimination based on sexual orientation and gender identity.
I'm a proud Christian, a Republican, a gun owner, and I'm gay. And I deserve to be protected from discrimination like everyone else. I'm grateful that Louisville has a fairness ordinance, and I wish all of Kentucky did.
Kyle Nave isn't the only person in the state of Kentucky that is pushing for a fairness ordinance. Across the state, there are many other coalition groups, including Bowling Green Fairness. After being formed in 2012, Bowling Green Fairness and its members are working very hard in the community to provide support for individuals who've been discriminated against and rallying for support to pass a fairness ordinance. Dora James, the Western Kentucky regional organizer for the Bowling Green Fairness Coalition, says that people in the community are surprised that this issue still exists.
Number one response that people get whenever you bring this issue up to anybody is they're surprised that somebody could legally be fired or, discriminated against for their actual or perceived sexual orientation or gender identity. So I think firstly, people are just shocked that that's even legal in 2014.
But the community support is what James says is what helps the most.
I think there's a lot of support within our community. Of course there's opposition everywhere, but I think mostly Bowling Green is a very progressive city who ultimately believes that everybody should have equal rights.
A Fairness on Fountain Square sticker posted in a business's window, that means that they are a supporter of Bowling Green Fairness Coalition. Like the one here posted on Mickey's on Main, they are one of 18 businesses in Bowling Green that support the Bowling Green Fairness Coalition. Reporting for News Channel 12, I'm Adam Mayer.